What's up? So today we're gonna teach Paige how to ride the motorcycle. It's just a 400, so.
Oh, you know what? I've seen this video before. I've seen this video. So he teaches her how to ride the motorcycle.
So the problem is she's too short. So
they on a Kawasaki. I don't know which one that is. Maybe it's Ninja 650. I don't know.
she like tiptoes, like the very tip of her toes. So, all right, throw the kickstand up, because you can't go anywhere with the kickstand down. There you go. All right, running through it. So, you're gonna pull the clutch.
Well, I know that.
You're gonna put it in first gear.
Oh no.
I'm gonna let you do it.
I don't like you recording me.
Look, he was like, pull the clutch. She was like, I know that. Put it in the first gear. How you know to pull the clutch, but you get scared or you get nervous about putting it in first gear? Like that goes together. You know what I'm saying? But she learned it.
Put your weight on your other foot, because you want to be able to stand flat-footed on one foot. Yeah, so that you hold all the weight on this one foot. All right, get your foot in the spot. Down is one.
At least I'm holding it up mostly straight on a flat foot.
That's good. If it works out, we'll probably end up lowering it a little bit, at least an inch for it. All right, so put it into first. All right, now you're in first gear. Now put your toes underneath it. That way you're ready to shift up. So slowly let off the clutch. Slowly let off until you feel it start to move.
I'm scared.
No, you're fine. Just
see, look, I'll tell y'all the truth, yo. When the way I learned how to pull off is I put my right foot up. So I would advise people to put, because right here, he's telling her to put her left foot under the gear so that she can shift up. When really it's safer, if it's your first time, it's safer to lean on your left foot. So don't put your left foot on the gear. Put it in first and then lean on your left foot so that your left foot's on the ground, and then put your right foot on the brake. And then when you pull off, when you throttle and release the clutch, all you have to focus on is lifting your left foot up, because you're already in first gear. So you really don't have to shift to second gear until you go like 15, 20 plus miles per hour, because you're going to pull off like 5-10 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? And you can stay in first gear. You don't have to shift to second gear. So when you're first learning, you don't even have to shift at all. So like right now, it looks like because her left foot is under the shifter, it looks like she's leaning on her right foot. So the foot that's on the ground is probably her right foot. And that's not good, because I mean, I guess it kind of really doesn't really matter. But the thing that you have to worry about is if she tries to put her right foot up, which is the braking foot, the rear brake. If she tries to put the right foot up and she gets scared and she tries to brake, then she might end up slamming the rear brake. You know what I mean? Which isn't as bad as slamming the front brake, but you still don't want to slam it, because especially if you're throttling, if you're pulling the throttle and you slam the rear brake, you could like fuck up the brakes, because it's going against the friction. You know what I'm saying? Like the throttle is in the back, is in the rear wheel, and if you're braking and pulling the throttle, it's just not good for the braking system. You know what I'm saying? So the way I learned is I kept my right foot on the brake, and as I pulled off, I lifted my left foot. So I lifted the shifter foot, and that way I could brake at any time. You know what I'm saying? I could rear brake whenever I needed to. So if I felt like I took off too fast, or if I felt like I was wobbling and losing balance, or if you just feel like you're nervous and you just want to stop, you can always just hit the rear brake, because your foot's already on it. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody who's learning, who wants to know, that's just my input.
Just slowly let off. There's going to be a spot where the bike starts to move, and just hold it there until you're comfortable. And then you can let off slowly all the way. Eventually, you'll be able to just let off the clutch completely. You can keep that other foot.
Now, I know I got the Bike Life Reigns helmet on. I'm watching biking videos, and I'm drinking. Don't drink and drive. You know what I'm saying? That's just a disclaimer. You know what I'm saying? Responsible Reigns. You feel me? I'm not driving. I'm not going nowhere. I'm about to do this stream and then chill at home. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to eat and do something else. I don't know. But I'm not drinking and driving, so I don't want to get the wrong image.
But keep the bike lean that way, and you can keep the other foot kind of like walking. just like a skateboard. You want to do it with both your feet on the ground while letting go of that? That way, if it leans this way, your foot's already there. That's fine. Yeah, do that for now. All right, let off the clutch a little, just slowly.
So when I want to stop, should I just grab the front brake? Because like I don't have a foot on brake right now.
Yeah, no, you're not going fast. You can just grab the front brake, but grab the clutch too. Don't stop without holding the clutch. Okay. All right, now slowly let off. You'll eventually be able to let go of this completely because you'll have enough forward momentum. You'll be able to just let go, and then you can slowly start to engage the throttle, just lightly.
I just don't know when to pick my feet up.
When you have enough momentum to balance yourself with your speed, you can keep your feet off the whole time, but get enough
What she say? She said she don't want to pick her feet up.
to engage the throttle, just lightly.
I just don't know when to pick my feet up.
Oh, she said she doesn't know when to pick her feet up. Yeah, the time you're supposed to pick your feet up is when you have enough, like he said, when you have enough momentum to keep the bike steady. So you got to pull the throttle slowly and release the clutch, and then the bike is going to start moving, obviously. And then once you feel like it's moving fast enough to where you don't have to balance on your feet, you can pick your feet up. So if you're learning how to ride, definitely give yourself enough straight space so that you can like go straight for at least like 10-20 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be in a parking lot so small to where you have to turn the bike before you can go straight. Like you want a nice clean straightaway, because you'll need to pick up momentum in order to pick your feet up.
When you have enough momentum to balance yourself with your speed, you can keep your feet off the whole time, but get enough speed so that the bike balances on its own.
I know I can ride it. It's my feet I'm worried about.
What do you want me to do? You want me to make your legs longer?
Yeah. Because I don't want to drop the bike.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know.
Give me the answer and I'll help you out. I don't know. I'll walk with you.
I just don't want to be wobbly, you know?
You won't. I'll walk with you. Let off the clutch. Slowly start to move forward. Slowly let off even more. The bike will take...
The bike has me right now.
Huh?
The bike just had me. Like I don't have my feet on. Oh.
Well, she about to drop the bike.
I'm scared too.
Now I don't know how the Kawasaki's are, because different bikes pull off different in first gear when you drop the clutch. My bike, what I'm saying, it's a 250, so it's a good beginner bike for people who want to learn. It doesn't pull off that strong, and first gear doesn't go that fast either. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to kind of pull off easy, and I can even kind of rev and max out first gear without even going fast. The bike doesn't really go fast until you hit into second gear. And I don't know if every bike is like that. I wouldn't think so. So, if she's on a bigger, stronger bike, so you have to be careful when it comes down to like pulling the throttle. But it looks like she should be pulling the throttle a little bit. But I think some bikes, I think like the Hondas I had seen, if you let off the clutch, it'll move on its own, like in first gear. My bike doesn't really do that. If you let off the clutch, my bike will still stay still. Like you have to give it throttle for it to move. So that's actually good. And my understanding is that a good bike will do that, but not every bike will do that. So maybe this bike, if you let off the clutch in first gear, it'll kind of take off on its own. Kind of like a car. Cars kind of do that. So that's probably how he's teaching her. He's probably teaching her like let off the clutch small and then give it throttle later. But the way I learn is I throttle and rev it before I ease off the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Just throttle it a little bit so you can hear it rev, and then ease off the clutch a little bit. And then as soon as you feel it move, give it more throttle, and then just release the clutch completely and keep the throttle pulled so that you can continue moving forward, And you got to do it like that so that you don't stall the bike, because if you release the throttle too soon, you'll stall the bike out.
Put in neutral, hop off. So when you're on it, into first, slowly let off the clutch. And then with this bike, once you're all the way off, it can do all the work for you. It'll keep you balanced really easy.
All right, so he just showed it right there. With that bike, letting off the clutch makes it move. So he didn't even have to give it throttle. He had his hand completely off the throttle. He just, what I'm saying, the right hand's the throttle. So that bike was just moving on. That bike just moves on its own as soon as you drop the clutch in first. So That's interesting.
Into it, because if you don't ease into it and you just like start to go, it's gonna take you. So like really gently, and then if you're gonna slow down, make sure you pull the clutch and slow down. But you already know. And also when you put it in first, once you get into that friction zone, you can hit the gas hard there and slowly move into it.
See, that's how I pull off. Right there, he had pulled the throttle. You can hear the engine rev, and he still had the clutch pulled back. So once you hear the engine rev, then you can let off the clutch and pull out.
But if you're completely off the clutch and you hit the gas, it's gonna take you. But if you're in that friction zone where you're riding slightly forward, you can hit the gas a lot and it's not gonna take you very far because you're not like fully engaged. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like if you're here, you can hit the gas and you're not gonna go far, but it is gonna start to pull you, and then you slowly like you'll get the feel of it. If you slowly do like each thing at the same time. Put all your weight on this side. I want you to feel the weight of the bike.
No, I don't want you to drop it.
I'm not gonna drop my own bike. All right, put some weight on it. I want you to feel how heavy this thing is.
I'm flat foot.
All right, I just need to know that if it starts to fall, you can pull it back up.
I think so.
It carries its own weight. As soon as you start going, you don't even have to try to balance. Clutch.
Why the turns should I take?
You can take the whole thing. You don't need to do a sharp turn.
And it'll be fine?
And you'll be fine, yeah. And if worse comes to worse, pull the clutch and the brake and just lock them up. Put your feet on the ground.
I want to put them on.
No, don't worry about it. You'll know. You'll know as soon as the bike gets your bounce. Let go of the clutch a little more.
See, he didn't tell her, from this video at least, I don't see that he told her to keep her brake foot on, you know what I'm saying, her right foot. She shouldn't be keeping both feet waddling like that unless that's the only way, because she's kind of short, looks like on a big bike. So if that's the only way she can control the bike, then cool. But it'll probably be better if she would have kept her right foot on the rear brake peg, and then all she would have to focus on is lifting her left foot. That's it. And then, like I said earlier, if she gets scared or if she like goes too fast or gets nervous, she already has her foot on the rear brake, so she can hit the rear brake, pull the front brake, pull the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Boom, she got it right there.
So like you just rode across the whole entire country on that thing. All right, now come to a safe stop.
So boom, she did it right there. She had both feet up right there. All she had to do was pull the throttle. She would have been out.
All right, let me see this. That's what you want. It doesn't even look like it moved.
See, that's exactly how much you want, yo. Your first time, you don't want that shit to be like, yeah, because that shit gonna pull up. That shit might flip back. You know what I'm saying? So he doing it exactly right there. You want to hear it just enough to know that it's happening. You don't want the RPMs to run up. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll lose control of the bike.
Move, did it?
Like just
Less
like
than
that.
that even. Perfect, just like that.
And like with like a 650 or like a 600, you probably have to rev it like a lot less. You know what I mean? I don't have any experience on like 600s or 650s or nothing like that, so I don't really want to talk about it for real because I don't know. But my understanding is that, you know, the higher numbers, the displacement. So there's more power with how it takes off. You know what I'm saying? Now, I get confused with like the difference between displacements, you know what I'm saying? Like the cc's, cubic centimeters versus the horsepower. You know what I mean? Like I don't fully understand that, you know what I'm saying, as a new rider. But, you know, for the most part, like higher cc's will probably take off like a lot stronger and with less throttle than a lower cc motorcycle will, you know what I mean? So like if you like, you know what I'm saying, mine's 250, so if you run it back, you know, if you run the throttle, it might not take off as strong as a 600 if you rev it the same amount, you know what I'm saying? So he's definitely right telling her to keep that throttle pull very low. Cause I'm pretty sure that's a 650, or it might be a different model, but I know the Ninja 400s are smaller than that. And then after the 400s, I think that's when they start getting like bigger. I think the Kawasaki Ninjas after that is like the 650. I'm about to look. Hold on. So that's the Ninja 650. So it looks like it don't say Ninja. I don't think his bike says Ninja on it, or else I would know. But this one says Ninja. That could be a sticker though. Like my bike came with stickers. My bike, the way it looks on the internet and the way it was delivered to me is different. I had to put stickers on it for it to look how it looks on the internet. So I don't know if this motorcycle's the same or if that's just how it comes. So I mean, straight up, I don't know what bike they on. All I know is it's a Kawasaki. Oh, boom, right here. He has it in the description. So he's on a 2020 Kawasaki Ninja 400 ABS. So I think that's auto brake system is what that stands for. That keeps the wheels from locking up if you brake too hard. All right, cool. So I like when people put information in the descriptions. Like a lot of people don't do that. So I'm glad they had that there. But yeah, that's the bike they on. So she on the 400. So 400 is not as powerful as a 650 or a 600. So
we got sticks when we ride.
That's what's up.
Just like that. All right, get your circle, and then I'll follow you up this way. Look how cute she is.
What? What'd you say?
In a circle.
I want to see her pull the throttle.
There you go. That's a perfect way to start. All right, try to get off the clutch fully. Just slowly pull on the gas.
Look. Oh yeah, so it's not even moving. So yeah, you can hear the engine rev and it didn't even move at all. So there's a lot of room for that bike. There's a lot of room for you to pull that bike back. And it's probably because it's a 400. You know what I'm saying? 400s aren't as powerful, like I said, as like 600 or 650s or 1000s. So, you know what I mean? So she looks safe on that bike. She can pull the throttle back a little bit and she should be all right.
Now, she doesn't know, as soon as you let off, it's going to start to slow you down. So if you want to avoid that, just pull the clutch as you let off the gas. You'll like gradually slow down instead of like the bike slowing you down. If you're starting to like gas it with this bike, as soon as you let off the gas, it's going to start to slow you down.
It does.
If you don't want it to do that and you speed up, just pull the clutch. Let off the gas and pull the clutch at the same time.
Like, did you see the jerking?
Yeah. Like if you're going without the clutch held in. So if you want to like maintain that speed, let off the gas and pull the clutch at the same time and you'll coast at that speed.
Oh, I got you.
Because if you just let off the gas, it wants to slow you down. So you can slowly give it gas now if you want. And then, well, yeah, you can do it while you're on the clutch.
She can pull off faster than that.
Jay needs to be attention to. I just got.
Let me see if they have her pulling off.
Before you buy something like this, a $300,000 Ferrari, build a YouTube automation channel.
What gear did you get it in? Yeah, they're really long gears. Yeah.
Like, I'm not really jumping.
No, it's a. But I say we definitely need to lower it for her. Like, she can handle this, but stop and go traffic, being on your toes like that would not be fun at all.
Oh, boom, she pulling off right there. Yeah, see, she got it.
This is her first day. I think she's doing pretty good. This is her first time doing more than like just moving the bike.
So she look like she knows what she's doing right there. That's first day. That's how I was.
She's going again. If I should make a video on how to ride a motorcycle for beginners or like for first time riders, let me know, because I can easily teach you how to bang through all the gears real quick and have you riding like you're not a beginner day one. So if you want me to make a video, click the like button.
So she hit the UE and everything. So she on there. That was a success right there. Look at her. And
This is her first day. I think she's doing. Has the analog brake system. It's down. It's down. Not the Kawasaki. Don't fit. All right, I'm gonna get a video of her. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time. Oh, she stalled it.
She stalled it. That's what's up. So it's not that difficult, yo. Like when you know what to do, it's not that difficult. You could definitely pull off on a motorcycle on your first day. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely do that. So that's what's up. That was a success. That was a success for her. And there's something else I was thinking about. Oh yeah. So like where it starts to get difficult is like switching through the gears. You know what I'm saying? So switching through the gears, obviously you need like more space. You can't necessarily do it in a parking lot. You have to go on the road, and you know what I mean, and go into traffic, and then you have to practice upshifting second, third, fourth, fifth, and also downshifting 5, 4, 3, 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I need to do. I need to practice upshifting and downshifting, but I don't really have my license, so I can't pull off in the street and practice shifting like I want to. But I do know how to shift in the second gear. You know what I'm saying? Like I got this little side road near my crib to where, you know what I'm saying, I can pull off in first, I can ride it in first, and I can also ride it in second. So I know how to upshift and downshift first to second. And you know, it's pretty much the same concept. It's just more gears once you get going higher to 3, 4, 5 and whatnot. But I need to actually be on the road to do that, because you know, I just need more space. Because once I hit, like with my bike, once I hit second, I can easily hit like 30, 40 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? And like the bike picks up really clean in second gear. And you know, it like really quickly it gets to 30, 40 miles per hour. So once I hit 30, 40, that's when I probably need to shift it up to third gear. So once I shifted to third gear, I'm gonna be going 40, 50, 60 miles per hour. And obviously you shouldn't be driving fucking 50, 60 miles per hour in a damn parking lot. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta actually put it on the road, and I gotta have my license to do that. So, you know, I mean, I don't know, like I think the thing that kind of confuses me about it is like, how is somebody going to learn how to ride a motorcycle if you can't drive it on the street without your M license? How are you going to learn how to ride it on the street? Because, you know, with learner's permits, you get a learner's permit and then you can ride with an adult. You feel me? But on a motorcycle, you can't really ride with an adult unless, I guess, maybe you have to have an adult with a separate motorcycle. Like, I haven't even seen it on the DMV website explain it. So I think you really do just have to learn in a parking lot and then get your license and then learn on the road. Because if I'm riding my motorcycle with no plates, mind you, you know what I'm saying? So I got a motorcycle with no plates, and I'm just fucking driving on the highway trying to learn how to shift to fifth gear, and I get pulled over and I don't got no plates, I don't got no license, they're gonna write my ass a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really understand fully like how somebody's supposed to learn. But you know, I just learned on the side streets, like just a side neighborhood street that use, or like even in like a empty parking lot, like how they did in this video. So, you know, you just got to do what you can. But you know what I mean? Shift, like I said earlier, shifting from third, fourth, fifth gear, and some bikes have 6 gears, you know, like that takes separate practice, because you have to first know the miles per hour when you should shift. That's number 1. Then 2, you have to be able to use the clutch without coming to a complete stop. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to clutch in and out without, you know what I'm saying, going 30, 40, 50 miles per hour, you know what I'm saying, continuously, and without swerving, crashing, knowing to brake and all that extra stuff. And then you have to be able to downshift back into 1 when you come to a complete stop, so that you can pull off in 1, you know. So that's what's up. That video was alright.